Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Ajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Dear friends, after a long year, we are getting connected again. Dear friends, today we are in the new module that is data visualization. Data visualization is the process of visualizing data in order to identify important patterns in the data. So that can be used for organizational decision making. So visualizing data graphically can reveal trends that otherwise may remain hidden from the naked eye. So data visualization is a precursor to many important processes such as data science, machine learning, business intelligence, and data analytics. So data visualization is without any doubt one of the most important skill set for a variety of jobs. Dear friends, today we are just going to have the importance of data visualization. There are so many several Python libraries have been developed, and some of them are Matplotlib and Seaborn. And coming to this Matplotlib, of course, it is a standard library for static data visualization in Python. Being the oldest data visualization library in Python, Matplotlib is the mostly wide used data visualization library. And of course, the Seaborn library is built on top of the Matplotlib library and contains all the plotting capabilities of Matplotlib. However, with Seaborn, you can plot much more pleasing and aesthetic graphs with the help of Seaborn default styles and color palettes. Dear friends, in this session, we will start a formal discussion about the Matplotlib, which is one of the most commonly and frequently used Python library for data visualization. And before on starting to that, I just want to let you know, dear friends, this session is divided into two parts. Of course, each covering a specific aspect of topics. Okay, so here from the one, let me just move on. Before you can plot any graph with the Matplotlib library, you will need to import the pyplot module from the Matplotlib library. And since all the scripts will be executed inside the Jupyter notebook, the statement here that is Matplotlib inline has been used to generate plots inside Jupyter notebook. So let me execute this. Dear friends, the first plot that we are going to plot in this session is a line plot. A line plot is the simplest of all the Matplotlib plots. A line plot is basically used to plot the relationship between two numerical set of values. Usually a line plot is used to plot an increasing or decreasing trend between two dependent variables. For instance, see here, dear friends, actually, once again, I just scroll a little. So here, for instance, if you want to see how the weather changed over a period of 24 hours, you can use a line plot where the x-axis contains hourly information and the y-axis contains weather in degrees. So here, let us plot a line plot that displays a square root of 20 equidistance number. So that is going to happen from 0 to 20. Okay, so here it is how we are just going to make it. And kindly just observe, dear friend, we generate 20 equidistance number using this line space function. So the numbers are stored in the x vals, that is the variable. Okay, so next we iterate through each exactly this is how we are making it. Iterate through each value in the x vals, that is a list, and take the square of each value, that is square root of each value, and the resultant list is stored in the variable y vals. So to plot a line plot via the pyplot module, you have to need to call the plot method of the pyplot module and then pass it the values for the X and Y axis. Dear friends, it is important to mention the exact PLT which we have just specified. Actually, it is the alias of pyplot which we have just specified in the import function. Okay, and yeah, you can name it in anything you want. Okay, and let me just execute this and kindly just observe the exact chart here. And dear friends, actually this is one of the way to plot a graph via Matplotlib. There is another way to do so. Yeah, you can, you first have to call the figure method. Okay, so here one among the things is that, see, kindly just observe the same thing. There is a figure method via the plot, that is the PLT module. Okay, so which draws an empty figure. And next you can call the axis method, so which returns an axis object. You can then call the plot method from the axis object to create a plot. So this is another way of using or plotting the graph, and kindly have a note, of course, what we just get it. So see here, this is what the graph, and yeah, this method can be used to plot multiple plots. So which we will see in the next session. Of course, we are just going to make use of multi plots. And yeah, here in this session, we will stick to the first approach where we call the plot method directly from the pyplot module. Okay, yeah, now let me just make use of some more future, dear friends. Actually, see, you can increase the default plot size of the Matplotlib. Okay, to do so you have to use the param, that is RC params, that is list of the pyplot module, and then set two values for the figure, that is the figure size attribute. And here kindly just observe, dear friends, actually the exact size here, it is specified as like 8 inches wide and 6 inches tall. So let me just make use of this parameter and let me execute it. And kindly, I think you are able to see an increased size of the plot. Yeah, of course, see, this is a small one, and of course we just got it in increased. Yeah, dear friends, actually now you can improve this aesthetic and readability of your graph by adding titles or labels and legends to your graph. Okay, so let's see how to add the titles and labels to a plot first, and then we just move on to the next. So to add labels on the x-axis and y-axis, yeah, you need to pass string values respectively to the x label and y label. So this is also the method of the pyplot module. And dear friends, similar to the set the title, you need to pass a string value to the title method also. Okay, so let me execute it and observe the output. So here we have just provided the x label as x values and y label as y values, and to the title we have provided square roots. So that it was, we are just getting it here. So now I think you are able to see the labels and titles that you have specified. Okay, now in addition to the changing titles and labels, yeah, you can also specify the color of the line plot. To do so, yeah, you simply have to pass shorthand notation for the color name to the plot function. And dear friends, actually here you can just use any type of color, and here R is specified for red, or B you can just specify it for blue, and G for green, yeah, and so on. There are so many examples. Yeah, let me just see here with an example as with R, that is we want to change the color of the line. So just observe, dear friends, what we are just going to get it in the output. Yeah, here we go. So see here the exact line which we have got looked in the previous in blue color. Now it's in red color. Yeah, dear friends, next, to add a legend, you need to make two changes. First, you have to pass a string value of the label attribute of the plot function. Okay, so here we have to specify the label attribute and of the legend methods of the pyplot module. And here, yeah, you have to specify the location one. Okay, and yeah, you have to pass the location of your legend, and of course kindly just observe we are going to get how this exact going to get, and kindly observe. See here it is, we have just specified the location as upper center. So here we are getting this legend into the location of upper and center. And yeah, kindly just observe what we the exact label. It is square root that we have just passed it into the function plot. Yeah. Next, dear friends, actually you can also plot multiple line plots, okay, inside one graph. All you have to do is the plot method. So kindly just observe. So here we are going to make use of as a plot method. Yeah, twice with different values of x and y also it is possible. Yeah, and kindly just observe, dear friend, what we are just going to do is, yeah, one is related to the square root and second one it is related to the cube. Okay, when we just pass this towards the functionality, so we have multiple plotting of one is related to the square root and second one it is related to the cube. And of course here we are into that of the x values are equal of the same plot, but of course there is a difference between the y values. So one is towards the square root here and another one it is for cube. So kindly just observe, to make a differentiation we have specified it as y2 vals. So that is what here the another attribute that we have specified here. And of course, dear friend, this legend here also we have just specified it the upper center. So let me just observe the output. So kindly observe here we are having two different plotting. Here is that inside in one graph itself we are just having multiple plots, and of course to know the differentiation, one is in red color, it is specified the square root, and the blue color the resultant of the cube, and of course it is the legend included in the location of upper center. Next, it is all about the data, dear friends. Yeah, in addition to the plotting Matplotlib's graph using in memory data, yeah, you can read data from the source such as CSV file, which we just say comma separated views, and TSV file, that is tab separated views. And the fine way to read data from a CSV file is to specify read underscore CSV method. That is one of the pandas library. And yeah, dear friend, just remember that the read underscore CSV method from panda library can read CSV file and store the file data in a panda data frame. So let read the iris data which is in a CSV file, and the file is available in the data folder of the research. And of course I just provide you the link of this source and to the resource of this code in the description or in the first line of the command, and kindly just make use of it. And yeah, dear friends, in the read underscore CSV method, you simply have to pass the path of the CSV file. So let me just make use of this. So here, yeah, to see the first 5 rows of the panda data frame containing the data, yeah, you can use the function head. So it just shows the first 5 records, that is the topmost 5 records. And dear friends, you can see the iris data, yeah, that is irisdata.csv file, have 5 columns. We can use values from any of these 2 columns to plot a line plot. To do so, yeah, for x and y axis, yeah, we need to pass the data frame columns, that is names to the plot function of the pyplot module. Okay, so to access a column name from the panda data frame, yeah, you need to specify the data frame name. And here we have already specified it as like a data here. Okay, so the name, of course, you have to specify the column that is named to be paired in the square bracket here. Kindly just observe, dear friends. Yeah, inside the bracket, the column name is specified. So here what it just going to do is the exact scripts plots a line plot where the x-axis contains the values of sepal length and the y-axis contains the value from the petal length. And of course, kindly just have a note of it. These are the columns of the data frame. And of course, we are just going to get it from the exact line plot, which is going to be in blue color. So let me execute and observe, dear friends. So this is the exact graph which we just got from the data frame. And yeah, it is all about the iris data. And of course, you are able to see, dear friends, the X label, Y label, and we have just specified the exact sepal length as your X label, Y label as the petal length, and kindly just observe the title is sepal versus petal length. Yeah, dear friends, like this CSV file, yeah, we can also read the TSV file. Okay, so here it is all about the tab separator, and yeah, by using the same method read underscore CSV, yeah, you can just make use of it, but you have to pass a separator here which it is specifying as like a tab. Okay, so as the value for the separator parameter, you have to pass this. And here what it just makes is, kindly just observe, dear friend, it is going to have the source from .tsv file and stores it into the panda data frame. Yeah, here we just go, it is just assigned as like a data. And what is the next one? Yeah, it is going to extract, or it is going to just print only the first 5 records. Okay, and we are just going to make use it by the head method. Yeah. And what about the other? Yeah, of course, the remaining process to plot the line plot remains the same as it was for the CSV. And yeah, nothing much more there here towards the changes, dear friends. The same code, whichever we have just specified in the CSV, it is asked to the same here also in the TSV format. Okay, so let me just see. Of course, even there is no changes in the plotting also. So kindly just observe the same thing. Okay, dear friends, yeah, today's session is on the basics on Matplotlib, which is crafted to 2 parts. Of course, let me just have the end of the part 1. And yeah, now you wouldn't want to miss any of this valuable segment now, would you? So that's where subscribing to our channel comes in. So by subscribing, you ensure you are always in the loop, getting notified about each of these parts as well as our new upcoming videos. So hit the subscribe button now and let's stay connected and keep exploring together. Happy learning, dear friends. See you in the next part. Thank you.